I had a question come up from someone online that was, how do you overcome disruptions and distractions in life? I thought it was a great question that a lot of people probably share, so I wanted to address it directly. Whether you're trying to meditate or accomplish something in your life, distractions will inevitably come up. To be honest, I also find myself getting distracted sometimes when I meditate or when I'm trying to do something in my day-to-day life. It could be an incessant noise when I'm meditating or something that comes up and disrupts my plans for the day. In either case, there's a natural tendency to be annoyed by the disruption. If you allow yourself to be consumed by your thoughts about the disruption, they can snowball in your mind and elevate your emotional reaction. This can lead you to feel upset, angry, sad, or stressed out about the interference. Once your emotional feelings consume your mind, it can be very difficult to rein them in. So how do you overcome these obstacles and return to a meditative state? The truth is, it's not always easy. But if you practice, you can develop healthy habits and implement a process that can help you prevail. After years of practice in meditation, I've learned a process that works for me, and I can depend on it whenever I feel my thoughts and emotions ratcheting up. My process works like this. First, I need to acknowledge that I'm being distracted so that I'm aware of it and it doesn't become embedded in my subconscious. Second, I need to remind myself that thinking about it and becoming emotional about it is not productive, and it can lead me down a rabbit hole which actually interferes with me obtaining my objectives. Third, I need to determine if this is something that I can address and deal with directly, or is it something that's beyond my control? Either way, it's best to take immediate action as soon as possible and start taking steps towards overcoming the disruption. It's kind of like ripping off a Band-Aid. The faster you do it, the better. Otherwise, it can feel like slow torture. It gets a little trickier when the disruption is beyond your control. If there isn't anything apparent that you can do to change the situation, you need to have a set of tools that you can use to help you control your internal reaction. This is one of the reasons I host these classes, so we can develop a set of tools that helps us through these times. This class serves as a way to practice these techniques and remind ourselves how using them can be helpful. It's a way to create a controlled situation where we can remind ourselves of the tools and commit to practicing meditation together. The idea is to develop a habit of practicing here and then to expand it into your personal routine. This way you can deploy these techniques whenever you really need them. It's like any exercise. You get better the more you do it. If you want to be prepared to lift heavy weights in the future, you have to practice lifting smaller weights now and build up your strength to lift more. After doing this for over 18 years now, I've become really good at letting go of my thoughts and emotions almost instantaneously. That's why people think I'm so calm. It's not that I don't feel emotions, I just acknowledge that they're not always helpful and let them go. I quickly, almost automatically return my attention to the task at hand and focus on the next steps I need to take towards accomplishing my goal. I'm not always perfect, but when I'm really locked into my meditation or the activity I'm doing, there's almost nothing that can distract me. With that said, let's practice reviewing some of these tools and practice meditating together.